All right. Well, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for tuning in on the show today. My name is Shola Jordan Adeoye. Um, just want to wait for a little while. Let's get more people connected on the show. And as you're coming in, I want you to do me a favor. Share with me where you are connecting from. Where are you connecting from? If you're connecting on Facebook, I need you to do one thing for me quickly. What I need you to do is just to share this video. Share this video with your friends, share it to your page, on your walls, and let's get more people connected because the topic that we're about to discuss today is heavy. Tiffany, God bless you from Virginia. Busola Adini, thank you very much. Now, maybe this or Baba Lion himself. I'm here. I want you guys to check my audio for me quickly. Are you guys able to hear me properly? H Town, what's up? Okay. Anyton, Ruth, Adebayo, how are you? Can somebody give me a feedback on the audio? You are able to hear me properly. The sound is coming out beautifully. Please let me know. Loud and clear. Tiffany, thank you very much. Audio clear and good. Thank you very much. Thank you. Goodwill, New Jersey. God bless you. Badero, God bless you. Abby Berry from the UK. That's fine. Oh, good. A lot of you guys are popping up at this time. Oluwole, thank you very much. Delos Smalls, how you doing? Folashade Folarin, God bless you. Thank you very much. Oguntikpe Shola, thank you very much. Where are you guys connecting from? From Amsterdam. Apologies from Amsterdam. God bless you, Chelsea. God bless you. Thank you very much. Welcome. Uh, Tonight, I have a friend. I have a friend on the show with me tonight, and I'm going to be introducing him very soon. But I just want us to get more people connected at this time. Maryland is in the house. Thank you very much from Dublin in the house also. Maryland in the house. Another Maryland, Minneapolis in the house. Is anybody from Indianapolis? Anybody from Indiana? Anybody from Indiana? I got them pissed off yesterday. I got those boys pissed off yesterday, and they're like, "I'm not going to attend your show anymore." Is anybody from Indiana up in here? How you guys doing? Adedamola Adigoke. Thank you very much for the update. Um, please share this video quickly. Princess Mojisola Kuye from New York City. All right, my guest actually is from New York City. Ogundipe Shola from Ibadan, Nigeria. That's good. Manchester in the house. All right. Thank you very much, everybody, for coming. Today, we are going to be looking at a topic why young Nigerian men are running away from marriage, running away from engaging and getting settled down with the young Nigerian female women. It's something that I think we should look into. Ejanla, how are you? God bless you. Variel from London, thank you very much. Godfred Ibe from Dublin. Miriam Okafor from Lagos, Nigeria. Thank you very much. Share this video, please, guys. Share it. I want you guys to listen to Godwin OK. It's telling you to share and then help us to share. Moti, how are you doing from the UK? Thank you very much for Lashadi for Larin. God bless you. All right, that's the topic we're going to be discussing today. Ashiwaju Uduwale from Richmond, Houston. All right, thank you very much for connecting. I'm going to allow you guys to make calls in. You want to make a call, you will be able to call and ask your questions or probably be able to make your contributions tonight. Olola de Adeleke from London. Make way from Lagos. Thank you very much. So today, I have a guest in the house, and my guest is going to be talking to you guys, Elizabeth Solomon. Okay, and he's a young man, and he's actually very intelligent, very smart, very educated, and this is the kind of person that I believe should attend to these. He's single himself, and that means that you will understand that he will be able to tell us exactly what's going on. And he's a relationship coach at the same time. He's a life coach by the grace of God, and he is from New York City. How you doing, my brother? How are you?
Thank you, Pastor Shola, for having me today. It's always amazing sitting together under the same roof with you. Thank you. And to the amazing viewers, I hope you're doing amazing things. Yeah.
All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, it's time for us to go in to the show tonight. By the grace of God, I noticed something that based on my experience doing singles connect, I found out that a lot of Nigerian young men are running away from commitment. Why is that?
Well, we have a serious issue at hand. And if we don't make it quickly, it's going to get really worse.
Mhm.
You know, we are coming from a huge history.
Mm.
I think the fundamental thing is what do women want? That's it.
It's a question.
Yeah, it's a question.
What do
do women
women want?
Yeah, yeah.
So
From
that
their man.
question will give us idea of
Yeah, of it. Yeah. What
Wow.
do women want? What do the men want? But
Okay.
one thing is sure: if the men want something, the women want something.
Yeah.
They both want something, and none of these people is ready to compromise.
Mm.
So, and the need for the man
Mm.
is there and fixed. They're not willing to bend it.
Mm.
Women, on the other hand, they have needs. Maybe they didn't have it some years back, but now they know what they want.
Mm.
So, how to mix these two people together is a big challenge.
But when we look at what's going on, I think a lot of young ladies are really, really ready. They want to commit, they want to settle down. It's just that it's a little difficult for them to find the guys who are serious, looking for the same thing that these young ladies are looking for. If I may tell you, right now at the present moment, I have over 3,000 young Nigerian women who are registered with me personally that I need to look for, somebody for. But I noticed that every time I come across a young man who is actually looking, they'll be like laughing, like, let's just leave that alone first and stuff. Some of them are concerned about money. Probably they notice that these young ladies are making more these days, more than them. I'm kind of like thinking, could that be a problem to a Nigerian man who wants to settle down, thinking like, okay, it seems like the ladies are more successful because this young lady, they go to school all the way. These young ladies, they're getting all the degrees and then they're working in big, big companies. And could this be a kind of a way of probably there is intimidation in this whole stuff?
Yeah, it's a huge part of it. So it still goes back to what do the men want? Now, what if a man is looking to get married, is looking for basic things? Okay, uh, a woman that will submit to him, right? Which is very subjective, depending on who is looking at it. They want a woman that would support them, right? On the other hand, the woman is looking for somebody that can lead. I've met with so many women. They tell you, man, that guy is too, it's not just there. They want someone that can lead, someone that can, lead the family and all of that. So the needs of the man are there. So now if the woman is already fulfilling the needs or what he's supposed to be doing as a man, it becomes a big challenge. So for example, as a man, I want to lead. But now the woman you want to be with is already a leader with what she's doing in her own life. So it becomes a big problem.
I don't get that. Dio, I don't get
I want to be rich as a man, as
Yes.
a husband. I want to be rich. Now, but why do I want to be rich? So that I can take care of my wife.
Yeah.
But now my wife is already rich.
Of course, if your wife is rich and you're married to a rich woman, isn't that good? That's the prosperity for the family?
Yeah, it's supposed to be good. But unfortunately, it is what it is. So we are just looking at the money part. It's really deeper than that.
Yeah.
It's about a man wanting to be the one doing it.
Why should he want to be the one doing it?
I think it's if we have to dig into that, we have to dig out to the back.
We don't want to go to the back.
We have to dig
for me,
backwards.
I don't think we should go to the back. Because going to the back is like, okay, we want to go and inherit the mistake of our fathers. But when we look at marriage for real, I believe marriage is more like partnership. I need you, you need me. So if I'm the one making the money and you are not making the money, it doesn't really matter who is making what.
Yeah, we are getting there.
So I just believe that if I'm making the money and you are not making the money still belongs to us.
Yeah. Now, one thing that is also important is we are also getting there.
Okay.
In a matter of years. the men would. You see, men are used to certain things. They don't need a father or a man figure to see them and say, okay, this is what you will do as a man. It's just there. They inherited it. They don't need anybody to mentor them. It's just there. Right. So now it will take time to get everyone to that level. Some of us are there. We know it's supposed to be partnership, but some people are still slow. They're like snails. It takes long to catch up.
So why is it that some of the guys they believe they must be a millionaire before they get married?
I think it boils down to just wanting to be the one to do it.
this is
And now if the woman is already making 6 figures, then he's thinking I need $1 million. Now if the woman was making thousands, then it would say, okay, I want to make 6 figures, right? But because women have stepped up their games, they are up to the game, right?
Yeah.
So to be able to beat that competition, you need to aspire for something extraordinary. So they can say, I want to be a billionaire. 20 years ago, maybe they wouldn't say a billion. Maybe they would say, I just want to have 100,000.
Is this coming from trying to control? For a man is thinking I'm supposed to control. I have to be in control.
That's the problem.
Is this stuff coming from there?
That's the problem. It's coming from the place of wanting to control. Maybe not. Maybe the word control is too harsh.
Because I don't think control should be in marriage anyway.
Unfortunately, it is what it is. For most people, they want to see the men are coming to a stage where they had rather stay single.
Yeah.
Go get all the money. Go get everything. Then go and pick a woman from it's not even a Nigerian thing. Even here in America, most white people, even most Americans, are leaving the Western women here. They are going to Mexico, they're traveling across the sea to go look for a woman that they can put on that pedestal. Because the women here are already up to the game. So you see them with their millions. They fly across the sea to go and marry a woman. Why are they doing that? Because of the control. It's right there.
But to me, it's strange because maybe I'm from a different school of thought. For me, I believe I want a woman that is successful. I want a woman that is successful, and I want to be successful too. And if my wife is successful, that's my success also. And then when it comes to the wanting to control, I don't think control should be there. I think it's supposed to be me loving her, respecting her, and making sure that she's happy. For me to be able to live the kind of life I want to live too. Because if you want to put the provision on your own neck alone, like I want to be the one doing it, the society that we live here is not built on the shoulder of one man.
Absolutely.
And that man will actually overwork himself to the extent that he's going to die young. But if you actually, kind of like spread out the weight, as like my wife is successful, I'm successful, or maybe she's more successful, all right? And she's carrying the weight and I'm carrying a little bit of weight. And she loved me and I love her and she respects me and I respect her. I really don't think any kind of ego will make me to feel like I'm not in control. I am still in control.
Yes.
Even though she's making money. Because if you leave America and you go to a village in Nigeria, because you are rich, but you don't want to marry another person that is rich, and then you go to a village in Nigeria, are you sure that woman you are bringing from the village is not going to turn around in another 10 years?
Absolutely. That is why today, most of them would not even bring them over.
They're going to keep them there.
Keep them over there. Because when they come over here, they believe that, they will understand the system.
Yeah.
And they start competing with them. So they'd rather have someone from, the far village, keep her there. Before they will go and bring them, right? But now they're not even doing that any longer.
So they go to the village or to Nigeria, get the girls, get them pregnant, give them a house, give them a car, and keep them there and send them money every month.
Yeah.
And then they stay here living like...
And enjoy their life. Yeah.
As a single man.
As a single man. And they have kids, they have wives at home.
Wow.
Yeah. I believe most men are running for something. They're running away from something.
What is that? What are they? What's scaring them?
They are running away from losing that. The men always think that they need to have a grip or hold on their woman.
Okay.
And the moment they sense any little thing that will make them lose that, they don't mind any other options. So it's a serious problem.
So America is not changing us. Or maybe, let me not even say America. Civilization is not changing.
It won't change. It's not changing. We think we have changed. some of us are there.
Yeah.
Some of us are there, probably based on certain things, experiences, and exposure. We are there somehow. But everybody is not there. Maybe to take some time for them
Yeah.
to understand that marriage is not supposed to be about competition.
Yeah.
Right? You guys can work together as team, as partner, which is why it is called partnership,
Yeah.
and work together. And also, while you're working together, even though you can bring the same thing to the table, you still understand your role as the man, as the woman. Because I still feel that what most people are looking for, right, is just about wanting to feel like you belong to them.
Now, how are they supposed to do that? Is it true? Is it true bullying the person? Is it by punching the person? Is it by slapping the person, intimidating the person? Or is it supposed to be true loving the person?
Yeah. Now, if they don't get it the normal way, that's where all this method comes in to show that they're in charge. But essentially, all they're looking for is they want to feel like you belong to me, I belong to you. Once that is missing, nothing will work.
Of course, because nowadays it seems like the high of people are open now, especially the women. They are very educated now, and there is limit to what they could take, and they're not taking anything anymore. They're asking questions. In those days, women, they just keep quiet and follow instructions. But these days they ask questions. Okay, so how do you think we could balance this off? As in, like, because I'm looking at it as in, like, a lot of women are ready for relationship. The boys are scared. The boys are thinking, if I marry somebody that is successful, maybe I'm not going to have that grip on that person. I can't call this person my own. But for me, it's not. How do we balance this off for a man to understand that even though I'm still struggling and I'm actually engaged to a woman that is actually already made, because the girl has got a good job doesn't mean she's in charge.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
How do we balance this up? How do we help the young men to see beyond money being the power of a man? Because they believe the money is the power. That if I have the money, I have the control of the money, then I'll rule. But if I don't have the money, if she's the one making the money, I'll be like a slave. How do we check this?
Yeah, two things. The first thing is, I think the future of marriage is interracial marriage. That's the future.
Okay.
That's my own personal prediction.
Yeah.
But before I even dive into that, recently a lady contacted me on social media and said, her husband is having trust issue with her. Then I asked her, did you breach the trust? She said, no. Did you cheat on him? She said, so what is the source of the lack of trust? She said, oh, because of the kind of, news and experiences on social media. So he's always thinking maybe one day she will go out there and cheat on him. So at the end of the day, she was asking me, what can I do? I said, okay, fine. When you guys are having good times, okay, it's the best time for you to reinforce. It's called, I forgot the word they use for you. You're trying to reassure your partner that even though there's so many nasty stories out there, even though I'm making more money than you, but this is never going to make me take your place. All right. I believe if two people comes together, at least even
what's the place of a man?
The place of a man is the place of wanting to lead.
Yeah, but that's what they're created for.
Yeah. So wanting to lead. So if there is that assurance, right?
Yeah.
Whichever way, at least before the relationship goes
But nobody's contesting it.
They might not contest it.
Yeah.
Knowingly.
They are only intimidated. You see, nobody's contesting. You see, these women are not contesting the position of leadership. They know that they are not the leader. We've been preaching some things recently for everybody to be independent before marriage. You as a man are supposed to be independent before marriage. It means you are able to tap on your own need, take care of yourself, pay your own bill, build your own tomorrow. And likewise, a woman is supposed to do the same. So the ability for two independent people to come together in agreement to live together, that's what marriage is. All right. But because of the old mindset of a woman must depend on a man, okay, is actually what we have in our head, that a woman is supposed to be a second-class citizen who should be depending on me as a man. We do not encourage, we do not see that picture of a woman that is independent, that could bring money home, that could make more money than I, that could still come home and still say, my dear, and still submit to you. We believe that, we are threatened that if a woman has got a voice, and the voice comes from her making money, the voice comes from her being educated, that the moment she's making money and she's educated, I'm threatened as a man that I may not have the control that I'm looking for. And that word control is actually the major problem, because you are not supposed to control. You're supposed to lead. The act of leadership is different from the act of control. A king rules, but a leader leads. A king could be a leader at the same time a ruler.
Right.
A man is not created to be a ruler. A man is created to be a leader. And a leader is supposed to lead with love, based on the scriptures. Love your wife. So loving your wife means that you lead her based on love. You love everything about her. You love the ability to make money. You love the ability to socialize. You love the ability to stand. You love the ability to have a voice. So when you do that, the woman will not have any option but to submit under your authority. It's about how you treat her. But if I get threatened before I go to marriage, and I say, oh, I'm threatened, this lady is a PhD holder, and I'm threatening she's going to make a lot of money, and I may not make as much as is. Do you know what I'm doing? I'm saying no to my prosperity. Because maybe throughout my lifestyle, I may not be able to even make 100,
Absolutely.
600, six-figure salary. And whereas God has placed a woman with me that will make that six-figure salary to bless my family, and my children could go to a better school, and we could live a better house. So many people you see in America, the house that they're living right now, there's a big house. Actually, the down payment was given by the wife, not the man. And those men are so humble enough to be there. But today, game changed. That the men are now making more money than their wives. And the woman is still there bowing to the men. So why are the young men running away from committing? Because what you're seeing right now is a mirage. You don't even know where you're going to find yourself tomorrow. Because you can marry this rich girl now, or this go-getter now, and that go-getter could spin your life around, and you become a businessman and be making more money than her. Don't you think that we're actually like shooting ourselves in the leg?
Yeah, actually, when it comes to that commitment part, there are unserious people, which I don't think we're talking about right now.
Yeah.
Unserious people, it doesn't matter whether they are richer than their wives or their wife is richer than them. They're just unserious. They will never be serious with relationship.
Yeah.
But we're looking at a serious woman who wants to be committed and a serious man who wants to be committed, but there is something in between them. A thing is in there that is making them not come together. That's a different scenario. So, but I believe, regardless of whether it's a man or woman that's feeling insecure, men can be secure about their wives being richer. Women also have their own insecurity too.
Of course.
You know, something. So regardless of whether it's a man or woman that's insecure, I think the other party, as long as they're able to identify that insecurity in their partner, I think they have a duty to reassure that aspect of insecurity. It's their job. That's why it's called relationship. So for example, if I'm meeting a woman for the first time, even though relationship don't last any longer, at least it lasted for 3 seconds or 3 minutes, or 3 days, right? Between those 3 days, right? If you notice any form of insecurity, if I notice, it is my duty to reassure that weakness, right? Okay, fine. Let's assume I'm a woman. You're richer than me, right? I mean, I'm richer than you. It's my duty to, okay, fine. I'm richer than you, but I am not going to do what you're supposed to do. I am not going, or I'm not intending to take your place. Now, they might not articulate, oh, I'm not taking my place. I'm in the place of a woman. I'm a man. I'm not trying to lead. They might not articulate it. But we cannot ignore how the other person is feeling. And because we cannot even enforce this change on them, if not, everybody would have changed by now, right? So if we cannot enforce it, that means the two of them relationship has a duty to reassure one another, regardless of who is feeling insecure. So if two people are trying to come together and they are not coming together, there's something that is stopping them. A thing is in between them. Identify that thing. If you identify it, find a way to reassure it. We are not talking about unserious people. Whether you are sure is or not, they are just unserious with their life. So, you know, and I believe a lot of people are dealing with such people. If you're in a relationship with someone who is just unserious with life, there's nothing you're doing with them. Don't try to convince them.
Let me ask you this. Okay. Don't you think insecurity is from lack of self-worth and self-value?
Yes, to a large extent. lack of
Be-
self-worth.
because if you say
Mhm.
I'm supposed to reassure you, if I reassure you and the seed is still in you, you're still going to feel the same. No matter how I tell you that you are in charge,
Mhm.
you don't feel you are actually worth it. You don't feel you are actually a real man, enough man to be able to lead a home. You will still feel insecure, no matter how I make things easy for you.
Yeah.
I remember when I was very young, my dad wasn't making a lot of money at that point in time, but he was actually trying. And because I don't know, probably was changing jobs. And my mom would go and give him the money to give to us.
Mhm. So yeah, that happens.
You understand what I'm saying? My mother will go and give my dad, will say, take, give them. That she's not going to give us the money directly. Will say, take, give them. When we are collecting the money from my dad, we know that this money doesn't belong to him.
Yeah.
We could see it. They don't have to tell us that this money belongs to mommy. We know who is the person who is giving the money.
Yeah.
But the woman is trying to help by giving him the money. But inside of him, he still feel like this money is not mine.
So now, in that case, now we've weeded out unserious people, right? Now we're talking about people, even though after you've reassured them,
Mhm.
they are still feeling inadequate.
Yes.
If you've done the reassurance a few times and it's not working, what are you doing in the relationship? You speak to your leg and go.
Uh-huh.
That's why I said that the future of marriage
Yes.
is interracial.
Yeah.
Right? We'll begin to see more of Nigerian people going to marry from other places.
Other races.
More
Yeah.
of other races coming to marry from Nigeria.
Yeah.
That's what I think would eventually happen. Because if you try to reassure someone and they're not getting it, and they're still feeling insecure, I don't think anybody should be in a relationship with those kind of people. Just move with your legs. So now, and the irony of it is this: we complain so much about Nigerian women, but I promise you, there are other people in other parts of the world that would die to have them. We complain so much about Nigerian men, but there are some other people from other culture who would die to have one. So instead of fighting and fighting each other, just go and marry from.
Now, Dayo, I wanted to see this. Now you brought that up. Now that you brought that up, I wanted to see this. I have seen it many times. Why is it that Nigerian men, when they are married to Nigerian women, ego, too much of ego, and they'll be doing, I'm the man. But the moment they marry a black American woman, or they marry a white American woman, they bring that ego to -10, and they pipe down, and they listen, and they obey instruction. If you take an African man into that level that you want to take them to, okay, that they are actually marrying from a different race, how do you think an African man will feel? That control that he's thinking about, he will not have it.
Yes, he will not have it, but he will prefer it.
He will prefer not to have it.
He prefer it.
Okay. So
it's like Mark Pamis Le Pamisoko.
Okay. So let me go and slave outside than to slave inside, so that people will not see that I'm actually here loving my wife.
Exactly.
Oh, is that a good mindset?
Is that serious?
That's serious.
It's serious. Yeah. They would rather go slave than slave for their home.
Their home.
It happens even when you look at the black community, right?
Yeah.
The way we treat other people is different from the way we treat ourselves.
Of course.
We are more patient with other people. We talk to them in a certain way.
With respect.
But when we see ourselves, you didn't greet me.
Yeah.
But you can say that to somebody from another culture.
You won't. You respect them.
You respect them. So I think it's a thing, right? But what I'm trying to say is this: it's not a must, right? If we cannot find someone that we want, don't just stay right there. Explore.
Yeah.
Right? Because these people are not changing. The people that will change, they've already changed.
Yeah.
If they're not changing already, or they've not changed, well, you're not the one that will change them.
Yeah.
Especially if they are both 35. You can't change those people again. So trying to look for how to change them is just a waste of time.
Yeah.
Except they encounter something that would drastically change them, or something that will humble them. But you don't want to stay there waiting for that man to change.
Yeah.
You need to explore something else. So now we know there's a serious problem.
A serious problem.
As a woman, Nigerian woman, you're already made. You become like a concrete block. Let me use that word.
Yeah.
The man, on the other hand, is already a concrete block. But you want to become one. Stone and stone cannot become one. You have become rocks.
Yeah.
So how to solve it? It's unsolvable. Except there is an encounter. Somebody experiences something that now unboosts them. And you know how that happens. It takes a long time.
Now,
You regret.
another question I want to throw at you. We want to take questions from home too. The telephone number is on the screen for you guys to call us in the studio. The number is +1 405 550 5135. If you want to call us in the studio, we'll take it. What is wrong with Nigerian African Nigerian men? What is it about the big breast, and the big bum that they are running after? What is it about it? Because now,
Bashola, you'll be shocked.
I want to be shocked.
You'll be shocked.
Yeah.
That. Okay, now, if you ask any woman right now, why are you going to have your breast done?
Okay.
They'll tell you, I'm doing it for myself.
Okay.
And it's true.
Okay.
I have never personally told any woman I need big breast, big boobs.
Okay.
Nobody has ever told. Now you see the crazy things going on right now. Everybody's just going out. Nobody told them. They're doing it for themselves.
I don't think so. I don't think they do. You see, majority of the people that are doing it, they're doing it to cross traffic. They come to parties, they destroy the whole place.
But
destroy
that's different. They're still doing it for themselves.
No, they're not doing it for them. They are using it to distract people. It might be you're doing it for you, but you have an intention to do it.
Yes.
The intention is for you to actually be in the spotlight. They know the mind of African men, especially you young men of today. It's all about the big breast and the big bum. They run after them like goats. Some of you African Nigerian men, you are married already, and when you see a big bum going, you run after it.
They just want to chop.
They want to do what?
Chop.
They chop?
Yeah. Somebody running after a big breast, big bum just wants to chop. It doesn't mean they want to commit. Right? Most of them
just want to chop.
Look at P Square.
Okay.
The new wife, the new girl, does she have bum or breast? She doesn't. She's flat.
No, they don't marry the bum.
That's what I'm saying.
They just run after the bum.
Men would always run after something different than they have.
Yeah.
If they have fat woman in the house, they will look for a slim girl to cheat with. If they have slim one, they look for a big one to cheat with out there.
Yeah.
They will always look for something that they don't have access to.
They don't have access to. Okay. so it's a big problem right now that I'm thinking, how do we solve this? Because if they continue now to be running after bum all around, it will distract them from really settling down. The ones that are not settled, they run after bum. The ones that are not settled, they run after big breast. And at the end of the day, they know that they're not marrying that one.
They just want to chop.
They just want to chop. Now they finish chopping. Over there, they see another one. They run, chop. Now they turn 45. Now they turn 50. And they're still single. And the ladies that they're supposed to marry, now, my second question to you is this. There are so many good, well-trained, Omonu fence girls, church girls who are nice and, fantastic, ready for marriage. Those kind of girls don't appeal to men. Why?
Well,
I see that young men like babes that fly.
First of all, are they, like people have different preferences, right? Somebody might be rich, blah, 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 but are they attractive?
Huh?
Are they attractive?
Of course, you see, when they talk about being attractive and being beautiful, it's not until you put on makeup or until you do your flat belly or until you make your breast point like this before beauty comes. The beauty we are talking about is the beauty of God. Everybody's beautiful in their class. You understand what I'm saying? But a lot of African men just like the Sagbeluju yo-yo. That's why a lot of women are bleaching.
Yeah.
All right. When they come into a place, let the spotlight be on them. All right. But whereas the ones that we give them peace, the ones that we respect them, the ones that we cook for them and do, they don't want those ones.
Yes.
Okay. They always want the ones that flash. I mean, that are shining.
Yes. And
at the end of the day, it's like Ogbegilera.
Yeah. Trophy.
The trophy wife.
Yeah. Trophy wife.
Ogbegilera. At the end of the day, it's going to end up in one disaster or the other. Then they will now become bitter like they are right now. And the next thing is that, women are bad. Women are bad. But you will not think about that your own greed that made you to be looking for a flashy woman to marry. The flashy ones are not for men like you. They are for Babalaye of the street. Babalaye no care. Babalaye for street. They know. The Babalaye going out with all of these women, they know how to control those women. But you are just a regular fine boy, educated, looking to be happy. Find your kind. Don't be looking at those ones that are actually like a bait. Why? Why can't men just understand that fact? It's so simple.
It's very simple. It's very basic. Most guys are, let me say, right?
Yeah.
Men are looking for, okay, this is my wife.
Yeah.
Let me use that word. This is my wife.
Yeah.
How does she make me look?
Mhm.
Right. So, and it's a combination of different things.
Okay.
Social media is there.
Mhm.
We have power couples. So
Yeah.
even the women too are not spared from this.
Yeah.
Most
Of
people
course,
are
of
looking
course.
for
We are talking about men today.
yeah.
That's why I'm not going there.
So we are looking at power couples. You're seeing social media picture.
Yeah.
So that those images are registering in people's head. So no
Okay.
matter how good you are inside, nobody cares about it. Unfortunately, they're
Mhm.
just looking for something that makes them look good.
But when we're looking saying looking good,
Mhm.
we do it and overdo it. Showing of your cleavage doesn't make you look good.
Yes.
Showing me your laps doesn't make you look good.
Yes.
Putting makeup on your face, your face heavily doesn't make you look good. For me, it makes you sexy. And being sexy, you know what it means? People don't know. They believe that being sexy is being fine.
Yeah.
Being sexy means I'm good for sex. You see, that's what I'm about. Sex is what my picture. I'm an image of sex. Okay, that's what you're portraying to the people. The beauty comes from within. It's the beauty of God that comes from within. If you dress decently, you will still be beautiful. If you cover your cleavage, you will still be beautiful. All right. If you put light makeup or probably you are natural, you will still be beautiful.
Yeah.
A lot of people got married some years back, and then the next day they woke up and they look at the woman that is sleeping next to them. They have never seen her without makeup. And then they look at her face and say, "Huh, who is this?" Now me, you. And I mean, this so. And so, sorry, is this Jumoke? I say, you got to marry to me. It's like, no, not you, not you. And that's the problem right there. We marry makeup.
Yeah.
We marry all of this body magic.
We marry image.
Image. But when we not get to the real house, when reality will set in, a man will not disconnect because that's not what you got married to.
Yeah.
I just married that image of that Ali Berry, Kardashian kind of
painted image.
Yeah. So by the time I get to my house and then this is the reality, women do it too. Yeah. A lot of them, they will see a fine boy with six-pack, a six-pack without six-figure. Then when they now get home to the house, they're now asking for what are we eating today? They say, "No, below, yeah."
6 pack, 6 foot, 6 feet.
6 feet. No,
Six,
below,
six, 6. They want to marry the demon.
Every 6. Okay? Even now, it's actually very easy to become 6 feet now. They're doing some sneakers there. Just wear them, you'll be 2 feet.
Women are very smart.
They will know.
They will minus that shoe. They will minus the
All right, we're still waiting for people to call us from home. You have a question you want to contribute on the show. We're still waiting for you guys to call on the show. At this time, we're actually looking at why all of these young men, majority of these young men are not ready for commitment. Dayo was able to make a point, and I actually can reason with it. And I think it's going to be better. It's going to be better if we start actually mingling and looking for different race to actually get married to, because it's going to actually balance us out. The sea finish is causing a lot of wahala in our community, in our society. African men may not respect African women. African women may not respect African men. And it goes both ways. When African women marry the white men, they change.
Everything just suddenly.
They change. Okay, they change. They start behaving well. I remember there was this lady who was like, "Oh, I can't be eating banana." So mistakenly, fell in love with one white guy, and the white guy just took off his pint and put the thing in her hand and said, "Ogbeni, what's going on?"
No complaints.
No complaint, and she did it. But I didn't mean that guy is an African man. No. She will report him to the pastor, or report to the family. But because it's actually somebody from a different race, she was able to cope with it. Likewise, men also. When they enter into relationship with the Black American, the Caribbean, the white, and all kinds of stuff, they change.
They're different
nature. They behave well. And I believe that this is actually going to put an end to probably domestic violence.
I've seen people like that they will tell you, I cannot marry someone from my culture. Like if you look at the Caribbean women, for example. For most Caribbean women, they don't want to marry somebody from
their culture. They're looking for someone from Nigeria.
They're looking for someone from Nigeria. Right? They don't for whatever reason, they don't just want their wife.
Their own people.
But now they are looking for Nigerian men. Now, if you go to Nigeria, Nigerian men are having issues with Nigerian women.
Yeah.
But there's another woman that wants the Nigerian man. It's just, and vice versa.
But my own problem is this. I just pity Nigerian men, because when you go to marry a Caribbean woman and marry a Black American woman, you will behave well.
Absolutely.
You see, all of these, your I'm going out to hang out with my friends. It's not going to
They will
happen.
monitor
All of
you.
these, yeah, all of these, I'm keeping money by myself. I'm building a house in Africa by myself. It's never going to happen.
Yeah.
All of these, I'm the man. It's not going to happen.
Yeah.
The only place you can do all that is when you marry your own kind, then you can flex your muscle. But you can still do it in love and still be free. Every Nigerian man who are married to an African or Nigerian woman, they have opportunity of going out to hang out with their friends with nobody checking them. They have opportunity of flexing muscle once in a while. But when you go and marry a Black American woman, that's the end of flexing muscle.
They will
That's going to be
monitor
the end
your
of it.
life.
You will be cleaning and be washing bathroom the rest of your life. You'll be going shopping and all those, but it's going to be good though, because bringing it up like you did, kind of like create a little balance to the whole stuff, that even the world is going to be at rest.
At rest. And we don't even need to go from black to white. It could be within Africa. It could be African
No,
countries.
within Africa, it's not going to work.
African countries.
African countries, not going to work. If you marry a Ghanaian, it's the same
I
thing.
see.
A Ghanaian marrying a Nigerian, they're from the same mother.
So I don't know what actually brought us here, that we cannot even tolerate each other any longer. It's a serious problem.
See finish. When I'm too familiar with you, the respect will go. And then I'll know so much about it. It's just like a pastor. And if you live with a pastor, you won't want to go to church. Because you'll see all of the gimmicks and the games and the kind of life that they live in their home away from church. It's a different life. You'll see them for real. So tomorrow may come and then they ask you, do you want to be a pastor? You tell them, no, I'm not. Because you've seen it. So when you live with a Nigerian woman, probably growing up in Africa and all kinds of stuff, see finish, don't they? We would disrespect ourselves and stuff. We don't appreciate ourselves. Even man to man, we don't. Woman to woman, they don't. And that's why it's difficult for us to have a community. You see, I was showing you the houses that were coming. How many Nigerians do you see here? Actually, I left where I used to live because Nigerians are there.
And you moved and then you feel more comfortable.
Then I'm here right now. The next guy here is actually an American. The next guy here is an American.
You feel more
and
relaxed.
I feel so comfortable that, thank God. Nobody's here who knows me. And that's the problem. We can't even have a community.
It's a serious problem.
The moment we are actually 2, 3, 4 in the same place, then there'll be something that's going to go wrong, and then we go. And that's where if I now decide to marry the guy next door and stuff like that, I would definitely respect that person.
Exactly.
Because it's not from my race.
Yeah, exactly.
And I said it on my show yesterday. Somebody said, the ratio between a man and a woman is like 1 to 2,000. And I said, no. I said, can you Google it?
That's too much.
100 men to 102 women.
Wow. So
actually, 102 women to 100 women.
Okay.
Men to women.
That's for Nigeria, right? Or generally?
Generally, in the world.
Okay.
God balanced it. God balanced it up. That's 1 to 1. So it's possible for your wife not to be a Nigerian.
Absolutely.
The man of God for you may be an American or a Caribbean or a whatever. And then everybody wants to marry a Nigerian. Yeah. And then we marry them and then there'll be trouble. So if we not come in and say, okay, I'm going to open up. People are afraid of their parents. The parents are like, that was back in the days. That was back in the days. Somebody is not supposed to bring such a kind of a thing up again. My daughter came home one day and said, oh, Dad, I said, well, I'm marrying a white man. I'm going to marry a white boy. And I was like, why? It was like, maybe that's who I like. And I think I understand them better than Nigerians. And I'm kind of like, in my inner, I was like, Baba, me was shaking. My father would be shaking in the grave. I was like, but it took me like maybe some few days to process it. And I processed it and I was like, whatever will give you happiness is actually my joy. If that's what will give you happiness, that's fine with me. I don't care. And stuff. But, we all need to now look beyond just inside the box. We have to look outside
and explore something.
Where life is going now is different. Everybody's interwoven now. And you'll find out that there'll be a major balance, a major peace in the world. To strike
it, and generally across the world. Because now if we intercross, right, we are not saying people should just go and intercross, but if it happens, the world would be a much more better place.
Much better place. But another thing I'm afraid of, Dayo, is that do you know we have a lot of Nigerian men in prison now?
Absolutely.
And they're being sent to jail by these Black American and the white American
Absolutely. People. If you don't sit where you're supposed to sit. See, one thing in life is this: who you marry. Eh?
Not even know sit
See,
there.
one thing I tell people is this: who you
Yeah.
marry is not the problem.
Yeah.
If you like, go and marry a drunkard,
Uh,
marry America, marry somebody from the
Yeah.
ocean. What is my problem?
yeah.
But whatever you choose to marry, make
Yeah.
sure you're doing it consciously.
Mm,
You understand the pros and cons.
Mm.
You understand the consequences, and you're willing, if it comes,
to pay the
embrace
price.
it.
Yeah. And then
So it's not like you marry and then you're disappointed that somebody is taking you to the court.
yeah.
You should know.
What you're not supposed
So
to
it's
do.
not about where you're married from, but are you willing for the consequence? If you're willing to embrace the consequences, what's my problem?
Yeah. So a lot of them are in jail right now for
Mm-hmm.
abuse, for rape, for different things. Like you see, in African setting, if you marry a wife and you are asking for sex from your wife, you could hold her down and penetrate her by force,
Yeah.
and all she's gonna do is just cry a little bit, and then you apologize
Yeah.
and stop, and the marriage is still on. If you do that to a foreigner, by the time you get up, she's calling 911. And then 911, they're coming to pick you up, even inside of your matrimonial home. Even though you are married, they don't care. Rape is rape. The moment the other person didn't consent to it, it becomes a rape. All right? And that's the disadvantage of this whole stuff. That a man's supposed to have transformed himself. Even when marrying a Nigerian, be a transformed man.
Yeah.
Marrying a Caribbean, be a transformed man. Understand that these are the things, like what you said, it means that you have to know who a man is, who a husband is, your responsibility, your character must be on point, so that you enjoy your relationship.
Yeah. There's no other way to that. If you're not willing to change or to adjust, what are you doing with the relationship? Just enjoy your life. Enjoy your life and stay single.
And stay single.
Because getting married to me is more like, now we are supposed to be suffering human being. As I am right now. I'm complete.
Yeah.
Human beings generally, we are territorial.
Oh, yes.
Right? If somebody wants to bask into this house now, you would, what are you doing here? Even the lizard do this, they do the same. If you encroach their territory.
Yeah.
So now if you're bringing somebody in, you're saying, now I am bringing you into my territory. That's not a small deal. It's a big deal. So if you're not willing to compromise for somebody you're bringing into that space, what are you doing with a relationship? You're not ready for one.
You're not ready.
So as a man, yeah, we understand your history. We understand where you're coming from. We understand you've lived that life from the past. You've dated women in the past where you were just in charge. The boss. We understand. There's no question with that, right? No. But now you are now matured. All right. It doesn't mean you must stay there forever.
No.
Life is evolving. You must evolve. Right? Things are changing. You must upgrade yourself to that level.
Maybe I should say this quickly. Maybe some people are suffering from mental illness.
Most likely.
And it's possible for them not to know, because excessive display of anger is a mental situation.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. When somebody is always angry and you displace it by punching things, breaking things, and all kinds of stuff. And I see it majorly. I see it among our Nigerian men also, that when they get mad, they're just willing to lay their hands on something. And they've tried it, with Nigerian women, and those ones who only cry and stuff. They try it with the Black American and the other race. They send them to jail. And they're in jail today for that stuff. Some of them will go for 7 years, some will go for 10 years. And then when they come back, then they press the reset button in their head and they behave normally. I believe that before marriage, people should get tested.
Yeah, they should. They need a lot of counseling and therapy, to help them. You see, some people are not conscious enough to live and understand and see things. Okay, things are changing. Let me change. They need somebody to sit them down and break things down so that they can now see it and begin to adjust. So if it comes to that, why not? Let them go for sections.
Yeah, I think that should be the stuff. Actually, during the premarital counseling session, they should enforce that. For people to go and get checked out. Is your brain functioning well? And all kinds of stuff like that for them to know. Because, I came across a man, I was counseling a husband and wife on Zoom. And the man stood up. And he pulled the woman by the shirt, by the neck, and gave her a dirty slap that the woman fell to the ground. And as a counselor, I am meant to call them 911. But I'm an African. The African in me does, I don't want to do this, because if I do, I'm sending this guy to jail. All of the members of his family will never forgive me. Then the next thing I did was just to make a call to the woman. Are you okay? Are you okay? And she said, well, I'm leaving. So she packed some of her stuff, took her, bag, and then she left. just to be in a safe place. Because every time the man gets to that moment, punching, and you don't know what he's going to do. Probably he's going to take a knife and cut off the throat of the woman or whatever. And the second day, the man called me and started apologizing. And I'm sorry. I'm really sorry. Please help me talk to her. And this and that. I was like, no, I'm not going to do that because it seems you're crazy. Something's wrong with you.
Yeah, she needs to go.
Something's wrong with you. So I actually approve her leaving to go over to safety, pending the time that the husband will get tested, checked out, and then be on medication or something. A lot of men out there, they are like this.
Yeah.
You saw the video of that man that was actually beating the wife by the stairs.
Yeah.
That's not a normal guy.
Yeah, that's abnormal.
That's very abnormal.
That's abnormal.
And we see that happening all the time also. Some men are not really ready for marriage and they go into marriage. So the level of frustration that they see in marriage, because marriage is frustrating. Yeah. It's not an easy stuff.
And one thing I also notice is that most people went into marriage.
Yeah.
Like especially for the men. If you look and look and look, most of them were not ready for marriage.
Majority.
Somebody pulled them into it.
That was the pressure.
Either the mother.
They pushed them into
either the mother. Oh, when are you going to get married? Or the wife herself.
Yeah.
So they were never prepared for marriage.
I can see somebody just called in. Please call back. I think we missed your call. Please call back. Go ahead and call back. Thank you.
Some people got into marriage out of pressure. Mm-hmm. They didn't know nothing about marriage. They got into marriage and started learning about marriage.
They feel they are old enough to get married.
Of course, and they think that they love each other. Then 2 years later, they figured out, oh, this thing is not working.
Mm.
So, and if you're not prepared for marriage and you get into it, it's a serious problem. Because you don't even understand yourself. You don't, like somebody who is raising their hand to punch their wife.
Yeah.
They have not taken time to break themselves down and understand themselves.
Mm-hmm.
You understand your emotions and how you express it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, every time I'm hungry, I feel like punching somebody in his face. That's the starting point.
Yes.
But now you're married to somebody else. You just turn them to a punching bag.
Yeah. Where is the position of God? Where is the position of God in all of this stuff? You know, I know some people will say, what God cannot do does not exist and stuff like that. They go from one prophet to prophet, praying from here to there and stuff. What is the position of God when it comes to choosing a wife or probably choosing a partner?
Yeah, if you choose a wife or you choose a husband, you got married and your marriage is working, it is called the will of God. If you got married and your marriage is not working, they said it is not the will of God. That is just something that we mechanized to feel comfortable, or, to have a form of solace. For example, if my marriage is not working, what other good solace can I find than somebody telling me, oh, you married the wrong person? It's a good source of solace. At least you know that, at least it's his devil's work.
It's devil's work.
Yeah.
I have to blame something.
I have to blame something. And if it's working, they say it's the will of God, it was made in heaven. Or to see what you see. What you see is what you get. Go and ask any sincere married person. They will tell you what you marry is what you're going to get. Like I used to tell people, tell them, see, you want your husband to change, right?
Yeah.
How easy has it been for you to change?
Yo, girls.
You yourself, you want to change something. I'm not even talking about in a relationship. Maybe something about you that you know you don't like.
Yeah.
Let's say you want to lose weight.
Yeah.
How easy has it been for you to be steady with losing weight?
Doing what you're doing.
Or you think you can change somebody else? That's how people fool themselves.
It's very funny. It's very funny today.
You cannot even change yourself.
It's very funny today. There was a lady on my show yesterday that wanted to be connected, and I got her, 2 or 3 people who are interested in her. And then I sent the first picture to her and she said, hello. I said, he said, I'm a chubby person.
Okay.
I don't want a chubby man too. I said, you are not ready. Let's make this call. Let's see who is calling us here. Hello. How are you?
I'm okay.
You want to contribute on the show?
Yeah, it's quite interesting understanding that we have.
Yeah.
I think let me start on where the last statement is about marriage. If it works, they said God's will.
Yeah.
The perfect will of God, and it doesn't work. you know, let people are involved or whatever.
Yeah.
So, first of all, marriage is not for mama for especially for men. Okay? It's for a matured mind, a man who has a matured mind, who can take decision on his own, perfect decision, not just any, rational one, rational decision. Okay? And like I said, it's not normal for not for men that before they can do anything, they have to consult their mother being in the picture and how they like. So, and when it comes to changing, because yes, that was his last statement. I heard before I called. I called him right now. So when it comes to changing, don't think you can change anyone. You cannot change anyone. Okay, rationally, okay, people should be able to change. Okay, but the probability of a man changing, if a lady see, a trait in any man or a pattern in any man, he is trying to get married to. Okay, and okay, I can marry this red flag. It's okay. We do with time. This probably just angry right now. It will change. The probability is so zero. Let me tell you now. So now, you are not promised that person will change ever. It's like gambling. You are gambling into that. That's your decision or that's your hope. I would like somebody gamble. You gamble. Okay? So, changing or not changing, forget about it.
So you believe somebody cannot change?
Where I was, okay, when I married, I think I got married 20 years, April 20. And I've been married and doesn't really look like I'm married. And it's because everything is working with you. Okay? Right? So, where I was as a man back then, I was mature. Not for maturity. But when it comes to ego, maybe you are Caribbean man or you are African or Nigerian man or you are white man or black African American. Men are born with ego.
Well, but why, Esa, is it when we are actually doing this? I always want to balance up things. Why is it that they don't use their ego when they marry Black Americans?
No, sir, here's the thing, okay? I thought about ego is about, I'm trying to tell you when you say what ego don't change, right? But I'm curious what you say. Why? Because in Nigeria, there's no law.
So there is change. That's what change is. If you can actually pipe down and put your ego in your pocket, that's a change. That's a change. So don't say people cannot change. They have not entered into the condition that could change them. When they get into the condition that will change them, they will definitely bend.
Okay. Look at it this way. Okay, so somebody from Nigeria, a man from Nigeria, married, like African American, for whatever reason, went back again. Somebody in Nigeria. Okay? Now, he will marry here in America because of the law.
Yeah.
I guarantee you that I think just over there in Nigeria, he will be somebody else. Yeah. See, changing ego. When I talk about ego, I'll forget myself. Okay, there are many things in my home that I have to bring myself down. Okay.
That's what they call change. Is it when you bring yourself down, you changed?
I bring myself down.
Yeah, you changed. That's what you did. That's what you did.
That is me. That is me.
Of course, that's what you did. If you could do it, other people should be able to do the same thing. That's what we are saying, sir. Sir, that's what we're saying. If you could do it, other people should be able to do the same thing.
Well, like I said, remember, no two individuals. I say.
No, sir. You see, fundamental principles are there. It's not about people being the same or not. It's about everybody being this. Sir. When you come to America, did you know about the red light that could stop you that you can't go? In Nigeria, we run the red light in Nigeria. When people come here, everybody will come to America and see red light and stop. Why did you tell me everybody is not the same and then they continue to run the red light? No, tell me now, sir. Tell me, sir. In Nigeria, when we see red light, we move. Yellow people will be looking at us and be waving at us. When we came to America, all of us, we knew how to stop, even though nobody told us. So everybody changed. So why are you telling me that people differ? People don't differ. It's because the law is not, they don't understand the law. They have to go to jail to come back and understand things.
So the conversation you take right now.
Okay.
Every nation has law.
Okay.
Okay?
Mhm.
Now, Nigeria also they have their own law.
Yeah.
I'm sure the reason why they erected that traffic light
Yeah.
is for people to obey that law.
Uh-huh.
You know, and reduce accidents, okay?
Uh-huh.
Now, but if we treat these two countries, let's pick USA and America and Nigeria and America.
Yeah.
They enforce their own law.
Uh-huh.
Law.
And the law is changing people, sir. The law is not changing few. It's changing everybody. As I don't, is it the issue is Nigeria is not enforcing law and people are behaving the way they like. Then in a controlled environment, everybody obeys the law. That's my point to you, sir. Don't say some people will and some people will not. Everybody must do. You can't come to America and say, because I don't want to change, I'll be running red lights.
Okay. Let's be like, I okay that would be. But the thing is, example from my hand.
Yeah.
I see a young lady.
Yeah.
I see a young lady.
Uh-huh.
Trying to get married.
Mm-hmm.
And I find and decided to marry, right?
Yeah.
And whatever reason he complains to me that, oh, this guy I'm trying to marry, I'm seeing this, and all these attributes like from red flag, she knows it, okay? Right?
Mm-hmm.
And she told me, but I think it's going to change. It's going to change. I know it's going to change. By the time we marry, it will change.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? I will just tell her, look, this is my own advice for you. This red flag, write them down.
Mm-hmm.
When you deal with it, if this person is not it after all, are you okay with that for the rest of your life? Okay? Sorry, and you were like, you want to say, when you have BRID, like you have TRID, but for you, TRID. Okay? So I don't tell you, look, this is what you notice. If you know you won't be able to deal with this for the rest of your life, I would tell our idea about it. I mean, like a casino game, you know, you're about to gamble. Because
now that's what we have been saying all day, sir. That's what Dayo has been saying. If you are not ready for marriage, don't go into marriage. Leave marriage alone, walk around and be playing. You're playing football, I'll be sucking your mommy's breast. And just live somewhere. You see, when you are not on that level of being mature, and you will come and become a kind of a nuisance in marriage, don't come into it. Now, for a man that is coming into marriage, must understand the law of marriage. And that's what Dayo just mentioned today. If you know you are not going to be able to abide by the law of marriage, it's just like the red light. If you know you are not going to abide by the law of the red light, don't buy a car. Park your car at home, walk with your leg, take Uber. Be at the back of Uber, let somebody that obey the law be driving. Okay? And that's so simple. Everybody's supposed to understand that when we go into marriage, we need to understand the laws. And then we have to abide by it. If you're not ready to do so, then stay away from marriage. And that's the point, sir. Okay? We don't need to be pressurized or pushed into marriage. You yourself, when you're supposed to know, no, I'm not ready for marriage. Don't push me. Don't tell me I'm supposed to have kids now. Don't push me. I'm still not ready for it. Okay? And I don't think we should allow our kids to do that. I don't think we should push anybody into marriage when they are not ready for it. They're going to kill the other person in them.
It has messed up so many things.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you for sir. All right. Yeah, it will mess up a lot of things.
Yeah. So many people were in marriage or got into it not because they wanted to, they just were pressured into it.
But why? Why would somebody be pressured into it? It's just like you. Is it possible for me to pressurize you to marry?
Because I have gotten to a level where nobody, I don't give people that privilege.
Okay, so at the age of 40 in Nigeria, or you're 30, will you allow somebody to pressurize you to get married?
Well, some people are just, it's a combination of different things. Exposure, how you groom yourself, the kind of things you've done in your life. Right?
Yeah.
But for most people, once they leave college, there's a mother somewhere, not the father. I barely see fathers pushing their children to marry.
No.
You can never see it.
Yeah.
But there's a mother that is telling you, you're 20-something, go and get married as a woman. You're reaching 30-something as a man, go and get married. And if your mother is not doing it, your wife is, your girlfriend is, pushing you to get married. But you know within yourself that you're not ready for marriage. I have a lot of friends who got married. They don't have a job. There's no hope for a job. They just left college. But their wives had job. And then they got married. Which is fine.
That was me.
Which is fine. But at the end of the day, it's a big trap for most of them.
But that was me right there. When I got married, I had no job. I was just going to pastor a church. They were not giving me salary.
Yeah.
I was pastoring a church. I found a girl who is actually a boss broadcaster making money. And we connected. And she started coming to my church. And one day, I didn't even tell her, will you marry me? I just said, we are getting married next week. And then we did and stuff. And back inside of me, I am sure who I am or who I was at that point in time and who I want to be. Right at the back of my mind, all I needed was just a little push, someone to pay the bill for a while, someone to push me to be able to help me to get to where I'm going, and that was exactly what happened. She was making money at that point in time. A time came I was making double or even triple of what you were making, and then I became the breadwinner also and stuff. And even till now, I make more money than my wife. She used to be the one making money, but one thing I took advantage of that moment. I was hoped, I was ready, but I had no money. But if you don't have money, people do say you are not ready. And it's a fact. Okay, but if you find a woman who is humble enough and say, you know what, I can actually keep things going pending the time that you will actually get on your feet. And, she could see it in me that I'm not a lazy person. It's not like I want to sleep at home. It's not like I want to just enjoy the breeze while she's paying bills. I was hustling at that point in time. She was paying bills. I was going out and all kinds of stuff. Then we had babies and all kinds of stuff. And we're still coping. But the time came that and everything changed. So it's not going to be like everybody's going to have money before marriage. You would know in yourself that you're actually really ready to love somebody. And you're ready to be faithful to that person. And it's just that money, there's no money. But your money is in the hands of that other person. That's why that person is your help. You utilize that opportunity to get on your feet. You were saying something at the living room. That why couldn't that guy use the rich lady as to leverage and then to get you? But people don't think like that. The moment they come into a rich person, all what they want to do is to collect the money to go and get it.
They're not thinking of how to be who they really want to be.
Yeah.
They're not thinking about it.
Yeah. They don't want to do that. They just want to collect the money. I used to be that person too. I would take money from women and go and squander it. But the time came, my head started getting correct.
And that is how most people actually were able to do something for themselves. Yeah. Somebody helped somebody.
Yeah.
Somebody helped somebody.
Somebody helped somebody.
Somebody helped somebody.
A man could help a woman.
Yeah.
I know a lot of women that have been pulled up by men. Yeah. And somebody told me this thing a long time ago, that there are 3 different men that will come into your life. The first guy is a taker. They come to take what you have. The second guy, they call them the givers. They come to give to you. Some men will not marry you, but they push you to go to school. Some men may not marry you, they help you to start a business. And they do a lot of things from you. And then the third side of, they're not meant, those guys are not meant to be in your life. If you marry them, it's going to be a disaster. The takers, they are not meant to be in your life. If you marry them, and then he said the third set of people are the people that are ordained to stay in your life. And they might not meet your requirement.
Sure.
It might not look like the kind of guys that you're supposed to have. And at the end of the whole stuff, you might say no to them. And then you make a mistake of marrying the giver. And then the giver will only give and give. And at the time will come, he has already given all he could give and doesn't have anything anymore. And that time you now become empty and you become sad in your life that you used to do, but he's no longer doing right now because that guy is not destined to be in your life.
Yeah.
At that point in time, he's supposed to give to you and you go.
I like that thought, which is something we should also share with most single ladies.
Yeah.
You see, when most ladies, when they say that, oh, I can't find a man, I promise you, there is no single woman out there, no matter her size, no matter her height, no matter her level of money, that cannot find a man that will love her. Not one like this. There's no woman that cannot find a man that would love her.
Maybe
now,
they played with the one that.
The question now is, do you want him?
Do you want him?
Or do you want her? So the mistake we make is this. You're rich, right? Now you're looking to settle down. Then I'm now looking for somebody who is either as rich as I am or more. But these are not the people that will give you what you want. Because first of all, to start with, these people are few people. Like, for example, if I'm making 100,000 a year, then I'm looking for somebody who's either making 100,000 or more. How many people are making $100,000 a year? In America, statistics shows that only maybe like 1% of the men makes that amount of money. So already you've already excluded yourself and shut yourself to a wide pool of men because you've closed the door. Oh, if you're not here, then you're looking at a few men up there. And these few men are the ones that will mess you up.
like a lady who is saying she want to marry someone from Wall Street. She's still single today.
One thing we don't know is that only 1% of you'll be shocked. 1% of men makes $100,000 a year in this country.
She is still single to today now. She's looking for someone on Wall Street.
Those guys on Wall Street, they have options.
They don't even want you.
They have options.
They don't even want you.
So if we look down, when I mean down, I'm not talking about humility.
Yeah.
If you look down, right, it means that you open up to explore.
Yeah.
You would find someone. But once you shut the door, because what people call love these days is what is acceptable to them. Okay? I talk the way you like it. I dress the way you like it. Then you say you love. That is not love. You only like something that you think is acceptable unto you, which may be different for somebody else. Now you've shut that door and you've closed yourself up. You only have few people to deal with or to choose from. Most likely, most of them are married. Anybody earning 6 figures, 35 years already married.
And they don't those guys, some of them don't even want to get married.
They don't even want to get married.
They're career people. They just feel like I just want to enjoy my life and stuff, and then they pay child support.
Yeah. So just look out. Be open, be more open, not to just date anybody, but be more open. Like you said, when you started, you were matured, you were ready to love and share your love. But the only thing is money.
I don't know.
If the only thing is money, then what's the problem?
I don't know.
But you don't have money, they are not matured, they are not willing to be married. No, just let them go.
And God brought a woman that is making money to me. Yeah. And that's probably, to me, that's prayer answer.
Yeah.
I brought a woman who is making money to me. And my next move is, okay, that's fine. Let's flow into this. And then I could be able to use, oh my God, I think I missed the call. Please, can you kindly just call us back, please? I think I missed 2 calls. Please kindly call us back. I'll pick it up. I missed those calls. So let me use this. Let me, just jump on this stuff. And I did. And I love the girl. And I feel like this is the person that I want to spend the rest of my life with. And I jumped on it. And today, this is where we are. And stuff. So, I told myself at that time, if God could answer my prayer for me to be rich, I will take care of this woman. And that's what I'm doing.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. It's all about you being mature. Yeah. Having a goal, and then following your dreams, and then being respectful, submitting to one another. Okay, so we started from the point where we were talking about why Nigerian, African, or young men are no longer interested in getting married to their own kind. So we want to quickly just appreciate those ones who have called in and tried to call in, and those ones who have left their comment. And I want to thank you for coming, because you are able to mention some few things that I think people should take home today. Number one thing is that they must be ready. Yeah. Number two thing is that we need to encouraged interracial relationship. And the number three thing that you actually mentioned is to be open. And then number four thing is that if you are not ready for marriage, don't let them push you into it. And I believe everybody must have been blessed in one way. Is there anything you want to say before we close?
If you're single and you're in search and you're going for your first date, which I believe would happen for you if it's not already coming up, once you go on that date, there's only one question you should ask: not "Do you love me?" The question is, "Do you love marriage?" Right? If they sit right there and say, no, just run with your life, right? So except you're still in there for games, right? Because these days people can claim to be in love, but they don't like we are saying, the entire conversation is about men not wanting to get married to, people are in love, but they don't love marriage. People don't want to be married. So if you really want to get married and it's part of your dream in life, ask them, do you love marriage? Forget about love. They love you already. That's why you're sitting in front of them. But do they love marriage? Do they want to be married and want to be married?
You don't want me to go back to so many things, because for me, when I say I love you, if I love you, I want to keep you for the rest of my life. Unless I'm loving you for now. It's possible for me not to love you tomorrow. I'm still loving what I'm seeing now, but I not love you tomorrow. But if I really, really love somebody, I believe I want to spend the rest of my life with the person. And that will actually lead me into getting married to them. That I will still love marriage the moment I love them, because I want to keep them. If it's a matter of, did this person just call back? I'm not sure. Oh, it's a text. It's a text message. So, because if I love you, I don't want another person to take you. I don't want nobody to touch you. And if I'm not committing to you as per in marriage, then it's possible for you to take this body and this whole thing to another person. Yeah. So if I really love you, and it's like I say, unless I'm in lust, unless it's infatuation, it's not real love, then I can say, okay, well, I'm just loving you for now. Tomorrow I may not love you anymore. But if I really, really love you, I want to keep you.
Yeah, that's right.
You know what I'm saying? So if you ask me, do you love me? And I say yes. And then if you ask me, do you love marriage? I should be able to say yes too. The moment I say no, then I will understand that, okay, you're only loving me for now. Yeah. You might not love me tomorrow. Yeah. So if you love marriage, then you love me. Yeah. You want to keep me forever.
Yeah. And someone to say, oh, maybe they will run away if I ask them that question. Let them run.
Let them run.
That's success. You've weeded out the bad.
That's the answer you're looking for.
You don't want to waste your time with somebody that's not interested in marriage.
Yeah. That's the answer you're looking for. You don't want to. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for tuning in on our show today. I want to thank Dio for coming all the way from New York City. And I don't want you guys to forget, tomorrow night, we have a program. Dio will be speaking tomorrow, will be giving us revelations about life tomorrow here in Houston, Texas. The event is already sold out. The event is sold out already. So if you are still going to come, I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen. But the event is sold out already. We have enough people registered already at this time. So we want to say thank you to those ones who registered for the event. We're going to be seeing you guys tomorrow. Dio will be actually speaking at the event. Dr. Dio too will be speaking at the event. And myself will be coming to the event. And we're going to be talking about great and mighty things. And I want to assure you, it's going to be fun because I'm bringing comedy live. And I'm talking about you laughing all day long, okay, on that day. And then you can bring your own drinks. Bring what to drink. You want to drink NSC, bring it. You want to drink water, bring it. You want to drink Coke, bring it. Yes. But we are going to be providing the food for you guys and be providing the speakers also. And it's going to be a night-long thing that we're going to close until, it's going to be until Mama calls, okay? And the next day is going to be a Mother's Day service at our church, at the Rejuvenation Church here in Houston. And if you don't have a home church yet, we're inviting you to join us at the Rejuvenation Church here in Houston, Texas, by the grace of God. The address is 9894 Bisonet Street, suite number 185. 9894 Bisonet Street. You will know that building on Bisonet, that tall building, and you're going to come into it. We are downstairs right there. I would love to actually have you. We would like to worship with you. We would like to host you by the grace of God during the Mother's Day. We have a very solid event planned for you guys. It's a round table event. that everybody will have opportunity of talking, asking questions by the grace of God. So thank you very much, everybody, for tuning in, and I'll see you guys again on my next episode by the grace of God. Have a beautiful day. Bye.
Peace. Peace out.